Good evening. It's the 16th of September 2022, and my good YouTube friend, expat Shaun, who lives on Vancouver Island, sends me videos from time to time via WhatsApp, and I'm delighted to receive these videos. And in this particular video, he is showing us around his Vancouver Island garden, just the same way as I do sort of garden walk rounds. And I find this fascinating, that I can get an insight, get an upfront view of a walk round of someone's garden on the other side of the world, literally. I just find this fascinating, and I'm very surprised to see how similar his garden on Vancouver Island is to what we have in round the suburbs of Belfast. Shaun has a fantastic garden here, full of stuff that I would love to have in our back garden, but just haven't got the room. And this, I am really impressed, Shaun, because you've got a lot of stuff to keep watering and cutting back and removing dead heads and all sorts of removing leaves and cutting lawns. It's a mammoth task, so good on you, and keep the videos coming. I'll try and keep up with you. So to my YouTube followers, this is expat Shaun's garden over in Vancouver Island, Canada.
Hello, Tom. Just walking around the garden like you were, just sort of seeing how it was shaping up after the hot summer. Very little rain. We had one storm of rain last night. Fuchsia bamboo is doing very well, as is the buddleia. This is starting to look a bit scruffy down here. Not too bad, but it's getting tired. The hop is still magnificent, but it won't be long before it starts to fade and turn colour. Geranium doing very nice, and the heathers have been doing very well here this year. Heathers and marigolds. And quick glimpse down here, we made some headway with the pond. We've dug in the pond. I've started grading this out for next door, which will blend into my place. The strawberries doing very well, and the apples, a bit disappointed in the red apples. This is I believe it's a Granny Smith, and they're not quite ready yet, but they look good. But mind you, the red golden delicious look good, but they didn't. They were black in the middle. The rose in flower, nice nasturtium there. We had a good show of nasturtiums, just like you said. This is a nice geranium. It did very well. Honeysuckle didn't do very well. Yours was pretty good, but mine didn't do very well. It flowered, but it got the dreaded black fly for some reason, so I had to spray it quite a bit. But lawns have suffered, of course. We had a lot of hot weather. And more heathers here, and these heathers are doing very well. Quite pleased with these ones. And I have to cut them back a bit though. Really getting big. And the marigolds. The marigolds were magnificent this year. Really, really good, the marigolds. Michaelmas they do well. We like the Michaelmas. Even more colours though. My neighbours, they have a nice garden. That's the place we're doing the work with the pond. They have quite a few water features in the front. At night time it's spectacular. I might one night do a video in their garden because it is beautiful with all the lights. And they have hanging baskets. They really go to town with stuff. It's actually a pretty garden. I'm going to say here it's a bit of a mess because we're doing all the work through the for the pond, so we're trying to get that up together. You can see it better from this side. You can see the pond down there. It's a good sized pond. It's about 4 feet deep, and it's, you know, it's probably 15 feet across by 15. And then there'll be another pond up top here where we pump into, then it flows back down over a waterfall. And the lovely fuchsia. You can see it's all starting to fade here. Fuchsia is probably the only thing that stays in flower. Oh, we got this coming in here. I forget what they call that now. Come to me in a few minutes. Senior moment. So, another heather down there, a little white heather, snuck in from somewhere. More roses and more nasturtiums. Rhubarb went nuts. We had, it would be the third crop off this. Well, that's pretty well it. Unfortunately, no wildlife here for you. All right, bye for now.